Close the door. Come on. Now we can talk. The greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right.
You're the one who took the horn.
Surprised? I guess I'm getting pretty good at my harmless innkeeper act.
What's with all the cloak and dagger?
You can't be too careful. Thalmor spies are everywhere.
What do you want with me?
I didn't go to all this trouble on a whim. I needed to make sure it wasn't a thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out.
Go on. I'm listening.
Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you.
How do I know I can trust you?
If you don't trust me, you were a fool to walk in here in the first place.
Why did you take the horn from us, Kynesgrove?
I knew the greybeards would send you there if they thought you were Dragonborn. They're nothing if not predictable. When you showed up here, I knew you were the one the greybeards sent, and not some thalmor plant.
Why are you looking for a Dragonborn?
We remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate Dragonslayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Can you do it? Can you devour a dragon's soul?
I absorb some kind of power from dragons. That's all I can say.
This is no time to play the reluctant hero. You either are or aren't Dragonborn. But I'll see for myself soon enough.
So what's the part you're not telling me?
Dragons aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. They were dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors. Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it.
What makes you think dragons are coming back to life?
I know they are. I visited their ancient burial mounds and found them empty, and I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know.
So where are we headed?
Kynesgrove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it.
Let's go kill a dragon.
I need to get into my traveling gear. Give me a minute and I'll be ready. That's better. Let's get on the road to Kynesgrove. Kynesgrove is this way. We can travel together or split up and meet there. Your choice. If my analysis is correct, the dragon buried near Kynesgrove will be the next to come back to life. Let's get going.
I'm telling you, I heard it. Howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
Welcome to Bellathor's General Goods. Welcome indeed. Ah, good to see you.
What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
Good to see you.
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
Windhelm.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
No, you don't want to go up there. A dragon, it's attacking!
Where's this dragon?
It flew over the town and landed on the old dragon burial mound. I don't know what it's doing up there, but I'm not waiting around to find out.
Hurry, it might be too late. Look at his eyes. Look at that big bastard. Keep your head down. Let's see what it does.
Salokunir. Zil Grotova Ursa.
Steady. I don't know what's happening. Let's watch and wait. This is worse than I thought. on. I've been wanting a closer look at one of these buggers. That was well done. Come on. I've been wanting a closer look at one of these buggers. Wait, something's happening. God's above. I owe you some answers, don't I? Go ahead. Whatever you want to know. Nothing held back.
What do you know about the dragons coming back?
Not a damn thing. I was just as surprised as you to find that big black dragon here.
I've seen that dragon before, the one that got away.
Really? Where?
It was the one that attacked Helgen when Ulfric escaped from the Imperials.
Interesting. Same dragon. Damn it, we're blundering around in the dark here. We need to figure out who's behind it all.
Who are you and what do you want with me?
I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were Dragonslayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest Dragonslayer. For the last 200 years since the last Dragonborn Emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them.
The Blades. Who are they?
Exactly. Nobody even remembers our name these days. We used to be known across Tamriel as the protectors of the Septim Emperors. Those days are long gone, though. For the last 200 years, we've been searching for the next Dragonborn to guide and guard, as we are sworn to do. But we never found one, until now.
What's our next move?
The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is.
What makes you think the Thalmor are bringing dragons back?
Nothing solid, yet. But my gut tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured Ulfric. The war was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons are attacking everywhere, indiscriminately. Skyrim is weakened. The Empire is weakened. Who else gains from that but the Thalmor?
So, we need to find out what the Thalmor know about the dragons. Any ideas?
If we could get into the Thalmor embassy, it's the center of their operations in Skyrim. Problem is, that place is locked up tighter than a miser's purse. They could teach me a few things about paranoia.
So how do we get into the Thalmor embassy?
I'm not sure yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse. What do you need, Dragonborn?
Poor Rogie. If you're feeling charitable, buy the Nordham mead. He's good for it.
Who's Rogue?
He's been in Kynesgrove forever. Great storyteller. Keeps everyone's spirits up. Owes me a lot of coin for drinks. I keep telling him not to worry about it, but he's got the stubborn Nord blood. Damn fool doesn't have the coin to pay me back, so he just beats himself up over it, and then he gets thirsty and it cycles all over again.
What if I talk to Rogue?
If you could convince him that I don't care about his tab, it'd certainly make me feel better. All right, then.
Yes?
Need a ride?
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
White Run.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Best offense is a good defense, am I right?
Long life to you.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
I don't think you were followed. Come on, I have a plan.
We drink to our youth and today's come and gone, for the age of oppression is now nearly done. We'll drive out the empire from
Not here, downstairs.
With our blood and our steel we will take back our home. All hail to Ulfric, you are the High King. In your great honor we drink and we sing. We're the children of Skyrim and we fight all our lives.
I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy.
Every one of us dies. But this land is ours.
That didn't take long.
I've been doing this a long time, remember? While the Thalmor have been looking for me, I've been watching them.
All hail to Ulfric, you are the High King.
So what's your plan? How do I infiltrate the Thalmor embassy?
The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files. I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. Wood Elf. Plenty of reason to hate the Thalmor. You can trust him. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it? While you're doing that, I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions?
Once I'm inside the embassy, then what?
That's when the fun starts. You'll have to slip away from the party without raising the alarm. Then you'll need to find Elenwen's office and search her files. Malborn should be able to point you in the right direction.
This is a local favorite and one of the first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red.
I'll see you in Solitude after I meet Malborn.
Sounds good. Be careful.
And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of
What?
the battles in Golden
Something you're still confused
Bay.
about?
What? Then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you dream."
Good to see you again, friend.
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
Solitude.
I don't do charity. No gold, no ride.
What do you need, my Thane?
It is good to see you again, my friend.
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
Solitude.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever. Take a load off and enjoy the atmosphere.
Our mutual friend sent me.
Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing. Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you.
I'm ready. Here's what I'll need.
Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've gotta go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
That's not something you see every day. You should think about staying the night.
Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest. Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
Is this about the stables? My husband Gaiman handles the business. A man like you should own a horse. Go speak with my husband.
Need a ride?
Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy?
Yes, Malborn's all set.
Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside. I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage?
The lady's already paid the fee. Leave when she gives the word.
I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real... Ready to board the carriage to the embassy?
I'm ready. Keep the rest of my things safe for me.
Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
Ah, a fellow latecomer to Ellenwin's little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, sir. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than to any
Welcome to the
desire to actually
Thalmor
arrive
Embassy.
late.
Your invitation, please.
Is there a problem?
Of course not. Purely a formality. Now I need to see your invitation.
Here you go.
Thank you, sir. Go right in.
I prefer to arrive. Now then, here's my invitation. I don't have a poison dagger strap.
The Thalmor Embassy welcomes you.
I'm just doing my duty, sir.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are?
The Grey Quarter in Windhelm is...
My name is Macros. Pleased to meet you.
Ah, yes. I remember your name from the guest list. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the Also wine. Do I have your permission to uncork the Arenthia Red?
Of
We've
course.
got our hands
I've
full
told
dealing
you
with the
before not to
Stormcloaks.
bother me
What
with
about
such...
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted
These are
later.
troubling times.
You look thirsty.
My friend, you are very perceptive. I have a powerful thirst that cannot be slaked. And none of the waiters will bring me a drink. Ellenwin must have told him to cut me off, the frigid bitch. Afraid I'll cause another scene, I suppose.
What brings you to this party?
You must be new around here. Bad manners to ask such a direct question at one of Ellenwin's little soirees. But I have nothing to hide. I'm in from the south on business. And if you want to do business in Tamriel these days, well, you'd better get used to cozying up to the Thalmor, like it or not. I need another drink.
It is not eyes that reveal another's true nature. It is the heart.
Having a good time.
Fair faces and fine food are well and good, but honesty is rarely so pleasing. May wisdom light your path.
Have you tried the wine? It's better than anything in the Blue Palace.
Everything is splendid, thank you.
Excellent. I'll leave you to it.
Enjoying the party?
Very much so, yes. Ellenwin's parties are always so elegant. She really has impeccable taste. My only regret is that she doesn't host them more often.
Are you here with one of the Jarls?
I beg your pardon? You must have me mistaken for someone else. I am Elisif, widow of High King Torrig and Jarl of Solitude. Lucky for you, I possess a forgiving nature, and I'm not easily insulted.
Between the Greymaids and the Battleborns in Whiterun has grown ugly. Freya Greymaid.
It was a pleasure, thank you.
Battleborns have abducted one of her sons.
A ruler is entitled to luxury, don't you think? The Thalmor understand that.
Are the dragons frightening your people as much as they're frightening mine?
I've spent many hours in council meetings lately, grappling with...
I need your help with something.
Well, let's hear it.
I need you to cause a scene. Get everyone's attention for a few minutes.
I trust you don't presume on our friendship. I'm a Jarl after all. I wouldn't want to appear foolish in front of these people.
You won't be the one to look foolish, I promise.
Sorry. I really can't risk it. I'm sure you can find someone else with a little less dignity.
Please, help yourself to more wine.
I don't recall seeing you at one of these before, and I know everyone who's anyone in Skyrim.
What brings you to this party?
To maintain relationships. By the way, I don't know who you are, but unless you want me to blow your cover, I'd advise that you avoid me for the rest of the party.
Are the dragons frightening your people as much as they're frightening mine?
I've spent many hours in council meetings lately grappling with
Empire is fortunate to have the support of
troubling times
this difficult time, don't you think?
beneficial relationship.
Take advantage of the fine food and drink. Such things have been scarce since the war began.
How are you enjoying the party?
Well enough, I suppose. Elenwen puts a great deal of effort into these parties, and it shows. I just wonder what her real motivations are. That woman is inscrutable.
The Grey Quarter in Windhelm is little better than a slum.
Good speaking with you.
It's shameful that
One thing everyone can agree on. This war is bad for business.
Haven't heard any interesting rumors of late.
Do you want to help me with something?
Oh?
I've heard that
Something interesting, I hope.
from the Battleborns in Whiterun has grown ugly. Fralia Greymane is convinced that the Battleborns...
I need you to cause a scene. Get everyone's attention for a few minutes.
I don't know. I don't want to do anything that might offend Elenwen. There is a lot of money at stake, after all.
Don't worry, I just want to play a joke on someone.
I don't think so. Sorry. I would love to help you, but Elenwen can be very vindictive. I wouldn't want to get on her bad side.
Is the food and drink to your liking?
There's no place better to forge relationships with the moon.
Thank you for asking.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
You look thirsty.
My friend, you are very perceptive. I have a powerful thirst that cannot be slaked. And none of the waiters will bring me a drink. Afraid I'll cause another scene, I suppose.
What brings you to this party?
You must be newer, but I have... And if you want to do business in Tamriel these days, well, you'd better get used to cozying up to the
What can I get for you?
Like it
You made it in.
or
Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door and we can get you on your way.
Many hours
Let's hope we both live through this day.
grappling with that problem.
These are troubling times indeed.
I'm ready.
Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
You look thirsty.
My friend, and none of... Afraid I'll cause another scene, I suppose.
Travel has become dangerous of late.
You speak truly. Have you heard any interesting rumors of late?
I've heard those mages up in Winterhold have been trying to figure out how many
A man who
dragons-
knows how to make money, war can be a most profitable venture.
Doesn't, but I'm sure they're exaggerating. They're probably trying to scare
What brings you to this party?
You must be new to Skyrim, or you'd already know who I am. I have a stake in most anything of importance in Solitude. I feel that it's time to put aside the grievances of the past and let peace and prosperity flourish between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. I try to do my little part. Besides, just between you and me, it's making me pots of money.
You sound like quite the businessman.
Not every Nord is obsessed. A rare few are born with a gift for making money. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford. Very well, then. There's a likely-looking filly, even if she is an elf. You there, servant girl. What's your name, dear?
I hope you're enjoying yourself, sir.
I'd like a drink.
Here you go, sir. Colovian brandy. Ah, Brayless, sir. Do you need a drink? Something to eat?
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
I just wanted to get a better look at like what I see.
Here, I brought you a drink.
Ah, the one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles. If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me.
Go far.
Yes, sir.
Actually, there is something you could do for me.
Wonderful. I can begin to repay your generosity immediately. Say on, friend.
Travel has become dangerous of late.
I'll not argue that. Heard any interesting...
I need you to cause a scene. Get everyone's attention for a few minutes.
Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. You could say that causing a scene is somewhat of a specialty of mine. Stand back and behold my handiwork.
And Captain Safia can't afford the repairs. Of course, she would never admit such a thing.
Attention, everyone! Could I have
proud
your
a woman for
attention,
that.
please? I have an announcement to make. I propose a toast to Elenwen, our mistress. I speak figuratively.
Let's go, before anyone notices us.
Likely than that someone would actually want her in their bed. Although, most of you are already in bed with her. But again, I speak...
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Wouldn't want to offend our thalmor overlords, would we?
Who comes, Malvern?
Someone bring me a
You
drink.
know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Zabani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Complaints?
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up. Hurry it up. I've got to get back before I'm missed. Let me do. I need to lock the door behind you, or the patrol. Come on. If someone misses me at the party, we're both dead.
Found it difficult to get provisions lately?
Huh?
I can scarcely feed the staff in my palace.
I've spent many hours in council.
Shut up, will you? I need to lock the door behind you, or the patrols might notice something's wrong. Oh. Shut up, will you? I need to lock the door behind you, or the patrols might notice something's wrong.
Nobody to hunt down the bandits. Travel has become dangerous of late.
I couldn't have said it better myself. It's been some time since I've had news from elsewhere in Skyrim.
I need to lock the door behind you.
Did you see those robes?
You're on your own
this
now.
morning? Who are they with? More of the emissaries' treaty enforcers? No, they're... My mages, just in from Alinor. I guess herself is finally getting worried about all the dragon attacks. Ah, good. I've been wondering how to defend this place from the dragon. Unscathed. never should have come here. Is someone there? I'll end your... I'll see you. You wish to defeat me? Impossible.
Damn you!
But I need that money. I earned it.
There you are.
Darkest Darkness by Anonymous. In Morrowind, both worshippers and sorcerers summon lesser Daedra and bound Daedra as servants and instruments. Most Daedric servants can be summoned by sorcerers only for very brief periods, within the most fragile and tenuous frameworks of command and binding. This fortunately limits their capacity for mischief, though in only a few minutes. Most of these servants can do terrible harm to their summoners as well as their enemies. Worshippers may bind other Daedric servants to this plane through rituals and pacts. Such arrangements result in the Daedric servant remaining on this plane indefinitely, or at least until their bodily manifestations on this plane are destroyed, precipitating their supernatural essences back to oblivion. Whenever Daedra are encountered at Daedric ruins or in tombs, they are almost invariably long-term visitors to our plane. Likewise, lesser entities bound by their Daedra lords into weapons and armor may be summoned for brief periods, or may persist indefinitely, so long as they are not destroyed and banished. Of bound weapons and bound armors summoned by temple followers and conjurers are examples of short-term bindings. Daedric artifacts like Maroon's razor and the mask of Clavicus Val are examples of long-term bindings. The Tribunal Temple of Morrowind has incorporated the veneration of Daedra as lesser spirits subservient to the immortal Amsivi, the triune godhead of Almalexia, Sotasil, and Vivek. These subordinate Daedra are divided into the good Daedra and the bad Daedra. The good Daedra have willingly submitted to the authority of Amsivi. The bad Daedra are rebels who defy Amsivi, treacherous kin who are more often adversaries than allies. The good Daedra are Beatia, Ashura, and Mephala. The Hunger is a powerful and violent lesser Daedra associated with Beatia, father of Plots, a sinuous, long-limbed, long-tailed creature with a beast-skulled head, noted for its paralyzing touch and its ability to disintegrate weapons and armor. The winged twilight is a messenger of Azura, goddess of dusk and dawn. Winged twilights resemble the feral harpies of the west, though the feminine aspects of the winged twilights are more ravishing, and their long, sharp, hooked tails are immeasurably more deadly. Spider Daedra are the servants of Mephala, taking the form of spider humanoid centaurs, with a naked upper head, torso, and arms of human proportions, mounted on the 8 legs and armored carapace of a giant spider. Unfortunately, these Daedra are so fierce and irrational that they cannot be trusted to heed the commands of the spinner. As a consequence, few sorcerers are willing to either summon or bind such creatures in Morrowind. The bad Daedra are Maroon's Dagon, Malakath, Shoggorath, and Molag Bal. 3 lesser Daedra are associated with Maroon's Dagon, the agile and pesky Scamp, the ferocious and beast-like Clan Fear, and the noble and deadly Dremora. The crocodile-headed humanoid Daedra called the Daedroth is a servant of Molag Bal, while the giant but dim-witted Ogrim is a servant of Malakath. Shoggorath's lesser Daedra, the Golden Saint, a half-clothed human female in appearance, is highly resistant to magic and a dangerous spellcaster. Another type of lesser Daedra often encountered in Morrowind is the Atranak, or elemental Daedra. Atranaks have no binding kinship or alignments with the Daedra lords, serving one realm or another at whim, shifting sides according to seduction, compulsion, or opportunity. Status, active, high priority, emissary level approval. Description, female, Breton, mid-50s. Background: Delphine was a high priority target during the First War, for both operational and political reasons. She was directly involved in several of the most damaging operations carried out by the Blades within the Dominion. She had been identified and was slated for the initial purge, but by bad luck was recalled to Cyrodiil just before the outbreak of hostilities. During the war, she evaded 3 attempts on her life, in one case killing an entire assassination team. Since then, we have only indirect evidence of her movements, as she has proven extremely alert to our surveillance. She should be considered very dangerous, and no move against her should be made without overwhelming force and the most careful preparation. Operational notes: she is believed to still be working actively against us within Skyrim, although we have no location on her. Assumed to be working alone, as no other Blades are known to be active in Skyrim, and she has in the past avoided contact with other fugitive Blades for her own security. Her continued existence is an affront to all of us. Any information on her whereabouts or activities should be immediately forwarded to the third emissary. Status, Asset, Dormant, Emissary Level Approval. Description, Jarl of Windhelm, leader of Stoa Cloak Rebellion, Imperial Legion veteran. Background: Ulfric first came to our attention during the First War against the Empire, when he was taken as a prisoner of war during the campaign for the White Gold Tower. Under interrogation, we learned of his potential value and he was assigned as an asset to the interrogator, who is now First Emissary Elaine Wen. He was made to believe information obtained during his interrogation was crucial in the capture of the Imperial City, and then allowed to escape. After the war, contact was established and he has proven his worth as an asset. The so-called Marketh incident was particularly valuable from the point of view of our strategic goals in Skyrim, although it resulted in Ulfric becoming generally uncooperative to direct contact. Operational notes: direct contact remains a possibility, but in general the asset should be considered dormant. As long as the civil war proceeds in its current indecisive fashion, we should remain hands-off. The incident at Helgen is an example where an exception had to be made. Obviously, Ulfric's death would have dramatically increased the chance of an Imperial victory and thus harmed our overall position in Skyrim. Interest in the continuation of the war, but we should not assume therefore that their goals align with our own. A Stoa Cloak victory is also to be avoided, however, so even indirect aid to the Stoa Cloaks must be carefully managed. First Emissary Elaine Wen. We anticipate a breakthrough in our efforts to uncover the party or power behind the dragon resurrection phenomenon. An informant has identified a possible lead, whom we have brought back to the embassy for a full interrogation. The subject is obstinate, but by all indications is holding back the information we seek. I have authorized intermediate manual uncoiling. I do not expect more will be necessary, unless you feel time presses. I know you prefer to be present for the final questioning. I will inform you immediately when the subject is fully receptive. 2 days should tell the tale. In the meantime, if you wish to audit our technique, your expertise is welcome, as always. I have placed the prisoner in the cell closest to your office stairs, for your convenience. Rulindil, 3rd M. Thief of Virtue. Let me tell the tale of the Thief of Virtue. In the land of Hammerfell, Idra and Daedra. He designations of gods, demons, Idra, and Daedra, are universally confusing to the layman. They are often used interchangeably. Idra and Daedra are not relative terms. They are elvish and exact. Azura is a Daedra both in Skyrim and Morrowind. Idra is usually translated as ancestor, which is as close as Cyrodiilic can come to this elven concept. Daedra means, roughly, not our ancestors.
I told you. I don't know anything else about it.
I'm not here to torture you.
What? What do you want then?
No time to explain. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. It must lead somewhere.
Hold on. You may know something important.
I damn well hope so. If it helps you twist them up, I'm glad to help. They're after some old guy named Esbern. Something to do with dragons. I gathered it from listening to them talk when they thought I was out. I've seen a guy in Riften who they seem to think is him. Not much to go on. I don't even know where he lives or his name, but they seem pretty excited about it. That's it. Now, let's get out of here.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
They grabbed me in Riften. They seem to think I know something. They just kept asking me the same damn questions.
Listen up, spy.
Sounds good. I'll follow you.
Whatever you want. But let's go, now.
You both die.
Never mind.
Silence.
I'm dead already.
Move. Slowly.
Mercy!
What was that?
That's the best you can do?
You are but a storm, and I am your master.
Now the Thalmor will be hunting me for the rest of my life.
Fall back! Somebody help! Out of here! Help! Someone do something! Victory is yours! I submit! Not like this!
and my temple lying in ruins. So much for the constancy of mortals, their crafts and their hearts. If they love me not, how can my love reach them? Restore to me my beacon, that I might guide you toward your destiny.
I have to wonder, what does the Dragonborn do once he's been summoned by the greybeards? Can the plume be hot, like any skill?
Need a ride?
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
White Run.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. Thank you.
Need something? Yeah?
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful?
The Thalmor know nothing about the dragons.
Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure. They're looking for someone named Esbern.
Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons.
What would the Thalmor want with Esbern?
You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought.
They seem to think he's hiding out in Riften.
Riften, eh? Probably down in the Rat Raven. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Talk to Brynjolf. He's well-connected. A good starting point, at least. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
What happened to the Blades? Why are you on the run?
The Thalmor happened. They've been hunting down every blade they can find for the past 30 years. Thanks to the White Gold Concordat, they've been able to operate throughout the Empire with impunity.
White Gold Concordat? What's that?
The Great War. Only 30 years passed and already ancient history to most people. Seems to me like it just ended. It's never really ended for me. But to answer your question, the White Gold Concordat was the fancy name they put on the peace treaty between the Empire and the Thalmor. It ended the war and saved the Empire to fight another day. Also trampled on the sacred name of Talos, and gave the Thalmor free rein to stamp out Talos worship throughout the Empire.
What's so important about me being Dragonborn?
The Blades have always guarded and guided the Dragonborn, but we'd forgotten why. Now our purpose is clear. I'm all that's left of the Blades, and you're the Dragonborn. Together, we're going to stop these dragons if we have to put every last one of them back in the ground.
Who are the Thalmor?
There's no simple answer to that. You want the long version or the short version?
Just the short version.
They're the High Elves that rule the Eldmeri Dominion. Sworn enemies of the Empire and everything it stands for. 30 years ago, they invaded the Empire and came close to destroying it. They smashed the Blades in the process. Since then, they've been working to weaken the Empire any way they can.
Good to see you.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook.
I'd like to rent a
Ain't much
room.
else to tell. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you...
Good to see you.
What have you got for sale? I'd like to order something. I want to order some ingots. Ebony. 3.
What is it? Dragons?
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
I've been looking for you. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Watch it!
I've been tending to the warriors of your Vasker for as long as I can remember.
I were once man, I, an ass man who said, "Let me show you the power of Talos Storm Crown, born of the
Finest
North,
cuts, fresh
where
from the
my
wilds."
bread is long wind."
What do you need, my friend?
You get a lot of attention from men.
You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single. They'll never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. Be careful out there.
Good to see you. It is good to see you again, my friend.
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
Riften.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Any luck with Sapphire? I've never seen Mjolnir this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
Do you make your own jewelry?
I do. Sadly, I'm one of the few traditional Saxhleel jewelers that remains in Tamriel. It's becoming a lost art. Only trouble is gathering materials has become hazardous. The roads to the mines and to the other cities are thick with bandits, and worse. Would you be interested in gathering some materials for me? I'd certainly be happy to compensate you.
Sure, I'll get them for you.
Thank you, Landstrider. I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next creation. 2 flawless sapphires, a mammoth tusk, and a chunk of gold ore.
Saxhleel?
Forgive me. It's a term I haven't used in some time. While most in Tamriel call my kind Argonian, we prefer the term Saxhleel. Mardesi was actually my original Saxhleel name. Unlike others, I decided to embrace tradition and keep it that way. Safe travels, Landstrider.
Mjolnir told me
Well
it isn't
met,
this bad
friend.
everywhere.
How can I help you?
Maybe one day I'll venture out and see if she's right.
Safe travels.
Mjolnir's brought me nothing but safety and peace of mind. And some lessons with the blade. Watch yourself around here. Isn't safe.
Warning, stay out of the Rotway. It has come to our attention that some misguided citizens have been venturing into the Rotway late at night. To complicate matters, others have seen fit to spread rumors of their disappearance, stirring up talk of ghosts and phantoms haunting the sewers. We would remind you that the Ratway is not a safe place for commoners, and any talk of ghosts is nothing more than tavern gossip. We will investigate the matter shortly, but in the meantime, take heed and do not enter the Ratway. The Riffen Guard.
I don't know, Droth. They'd skin us alive if they knew we were doing them. Huh? Aha! Finish this! You won't get away from me! God! Mercy!
Is someone there? Time to end this long game. The routed, fall back! No more! I yield! I yield! Close!
Vigor. By Riven. Life Errol was the last.
Come with me!
I'm listening.
Can you train me to sneak?
Stick with me, and they'll never even know you're there.
Whatever you're selling, I'm not buying.
You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks. There's no handouts here.
I'm looking for an old guy hiding out somewhere in Riften.
Huh. Lot of old guys around. I don't really know how I can help.
I need to talk to him. I'm a friend. His life's in danger.
That's a touching story. Now get out of my face!
I'm looking for an old guy hiding out somewhere in Riften.
Huh. Lot of old guys around. I don't really know how I can help.
If you're looking for conversation, the flagon isn't the place.
Got a lot of nerve coming down here. People tend to get hurt in the rat way.
Too easy.
There's the Blades agent. Kill him! Cannot elude us, fool!
Not a meddle in the thalmor's affairs.
You don't think there's any hope, do you? I don't. He's right. I had a medal. It had someone's face on it. I threw it away after. It didn't help.
Bucket, knife, book, inkpot, stone. No, no, no.
I had a close call at the market today. Some adventurer said we had met once before in Riverwood. Which is absurd. I never forget a face. It's more likely he saw me on some wanted poster. Lucky for me, the Jarl of Winterhold holds no sway here. I'm not even sure the Jarl of Riffin would bother with a horse thief. Too many criminals in one place. It's like trying to find a mud crab in a chorus hive. I should be more careful and stick to the right ways. It's a good place to hide for 3 reasons. It's dark, it's isolated, and it smells. Dremora, does it smell? It's mostly on account of that mage, although no one here is foolish enough to confront him. I think you could survive a long time here just feeding off the skeevers. But I didn't escape from that prison to trade one cell for another. I can't be complacent. I have to keep going. I'll steal a horse from the stable tomorrow night. If I can just cross the mountains before dawn, I'll be safe. No one in Cyrodiil knows who I am. I had a close call at the market today. I should be more careful and stick to the right ways. It's a good place. I had a close call at the market today. Some adventurer said we had met once before.
Out with it, fool. Why do you disturb me, mortal? I've nothing to discuss with you.
Bucket? Yes. Inkpot? No.
I wish to know the name of the one who haunts these warrens.
I am Dagrilon, the greatest and most powerful mage who ever lived. But that was then. I live no more.
You sound plenty alive to me.
Your ears betray you, worm, just as your eyes are deceived by my shadow. Death claims my body, and it hungers for my mind.
You mentioned you were a mage.
No, worm, I did not. To call me a mage is to call the Direni Tower a fortress, and the Red Year a fire. It is a testament to my prowess that I exist on the mortal plane, even as my body decays in death's hollow embrace.
Did you train at the College of Winterhold?
I did no such thing. The college's understanding of magic is as narrow as your vision. I trained under the order of the Sigic monks. Yet much like Manamarco before me, I left the order and their miserable traditions behind to pursue a higher magic.
Only a lich could survive for such a long period of time.
Like a fish scuttling on land, you flap your gills, your feeble mind attempting to grasp what is beyond your comprehension. Lichdom is a fool's bargain, for necromancers content spending eternity as skinless wraiths. With a sleight of hand, they control their corpse like an avatar, as their souls are bound to phylacteries. I did not prescribe to such cheap necromancer tricks. I sought the path to true immortality through the techniques developed by the Sijic monks.
Tell me about these techniques.
The Sijics could send their voices across great distances, their voices manifesting as living ghosts in the ether of conjured space. It is even said that the Sijics could disrupt the flow of time, moving freely in the infinitesimal space between this world and the void. I succeeded in achieving the opposite, to have my body held in stasis as time flowed around me.
Intriguing. What went wrong?
The question is not what, feeble mortal, but who. One of my servants acted outside of my will.
How were you betrayed?
The spell surrounded my body in a cocoon of lost time, at which point I would be invulnerable from all outside influence as time passed around me. However, in the instant I returned to the mortal plane, my body would be at its most vulnerable, as the soul sought to gain control of its faculties. The assailant knew this, but the fool was careless.
What do you mean by careless?
The blow was struck as most of my soul remained in the void, and my body had yet to return to time. When the spell was interrupted, my body became trapped in slowed time. As such, it took 50 years for my soul to regain consciousness. It took 100 years for the dagger's wound to bleed out of my neck. 200 years before I could conjure movement beyond the slow of time. Yet, 2 centuries later, my body still continues to wait for a spell that will never finish and a time that will never resume its normal pace.
Tell me about your servants.
Of my servants, there were 3 whom I trusted with guarding my body during the transfer. Fame the illusionist, Marius the warlock, and the cleric Irulen, who herself left the Sijic order to serve my will. Together they were powerful, but on their own they were nothing more than worthless sycophants. Such was the reasoning behind their selection. Yet only one managed to betray my will, and kill the others in the process.
Arrogance killed you. You couldn't fathom a servant defying your will.
Ah, mortal, now you strike at the heart of it. For I am the one who put faith in the power of avarice, and my death is no one's fault but my own.
Why not come with me?
You ask for my strength, pitiful mortal, yet for what purpose do you wish to wield it?
To bring death to my enemies.
Then you shall have it, weakling. Slake your thirst. Transform this land into a pit of fire and blood.
Knife, yes. Book, yes. Bucket, yes.
Be gone.
No.
What is it, mortal?
Why not come with me?
You ask for my strength, pitiful mortal. Yet for what purpose do you wish to wield it?
I am the Dragonborn. My very breath spins the wheel of fate.
You are weak, worm, and your film makes you no more than a mouse with a kitten's claws. I will concede, however, that the strings of fate wrap around your wrists, although it remains to be seen whether you pull them or they pull you. Very well. Ask and I will accompany you, if only to see you fail.
Follow me. I need your help.
Then lead. Do not waste your breath talking. So, what is the plan?
I need to trade some things with you.
Burn your belongings. Handing them to me will bring them the same fate.
I need to trade some things with you.
Then let us depart.
Bucket, knife, book, ink pot, stone. No, no, no.
Go away!
Esbern, open the door. I'm a friend.
What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esbern. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's okay. Delphine sent me.
Delphine? How do you... So you finally found her? And she led you to me? And here I am, caught like a rat in a trap.
Delphine needs your help to stop the dragons.
So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. You'd better come in and tell me how you found me, and what you want. This'll just take a moment.
Riften is a city
This will always fix.
When an imbecile cannot create on his own, he turns to...
Only a couple more. There we are. Come in, come in.
Make yourself at home. That's better. Now we can talk. So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. I tried to tell her years ago.
What do you mean? It's hopeless.
Haven't you figured it out yet? What more needs to happen before you all wake up and see what's going on? Alduin has returned just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will devour all things, and the world will end. Nothing can stop him. I tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. Fools. It's all come true. All I could do was watch our doom approach.
Alduin, the dragon who's racing the others.
Yes, yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand.
No.
You talking about the literal end of the world?
Oh yes, it's all been foretold. The end has begun. Alduin has returned. Only a dragonborn can stop him. But no dragonborn has been known for centuries. It seems that the gods have grown tired of us. They've left us to our fate as the plaything of Alduin the World Eater.
It's not hopeless, Esbern. I'm dragonborn.
What? You are? Can it really be true? Dragonborn? Then there is hope. The gods have not abandoned us. We must go. Quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss. Give me just a moment. I must gather a few things. I'll need... No. No, this is trash. Where'd I put my annotated annuan?
The Ratway is a grave. Those who live in it are meant to decay.
Mustn't leave secrets for the thalmor. There's one more I must bring.
The rise and fall of the blades.
Well.
The dragon break re-examined.
I guess that's good
by
enough. Let's be off.
Is someone there? There's the Blades agent. Kill him! I already killed
Death is too good.
Dagger does not even have the most difficult.
Come here, come here, come here, come here!
Inkpot, stone, bucket, book, knife.
If you're looking for conversation, the flagon isn't the place.
I've been looking. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands moving. Let's see. I have a letter here. Looks like that's it. Got to go. That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance.
Here lies perfection, and yet I can already sense the spectre of decay lying in the shadows, waiting to wrap it in its foul wound. Here lies perfection, and yet I can already sense the spectre of decay lying in the shadows, waiting to wrap it in its foul wound.
7th of Morning Star, 4E171. My son, I do not have long for this world, but before the winter night embraces me, I would confess a great regret that has burdened my heart for many years. Long ago, my brethren and I were commissioned to hunt down and ensnare a dark and powerful renegade captain. A man who, once a proud soldier, had become corrupted by a powerful artifact, and turned to great darkness of deed. We fulfilled our commission, but not without great cost, for I alone managed to survive the encounter. But, in the many years that have followed this venture, I have often wondered if our deed in ensnaring him was equally evil. For with our combined enchantments, we have bound him to an eternity of misery, for we bound him to the guardianship of the very thing that drove him insane, the artifact. A powerful weapon that now, despite his yearning for it, he cannot yield while he lives. It is a cruel fate for a once great man, for he was just that until grief and anger laid him bare to such utter corruption and malice. That story is a sad tale indeed. But now, these many years on, my heart sees the truth, and I would undo that which was done and free him from his misery. But alas, it is too late for me to take on such a quest. Therefore I pray that you, my son, will do this task in my stead. I beg you as a father's last wish, seek him out and set him free. Your father, Sejanus.
Trails, what are you talking about? Fine. Where do I go for these trails?
Jewelry, legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
I have them all.
Now you pay for meddling in the thalmor's affairs.
I'm getting out of here.
Get out of here. Chill out.
No more.
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance.
You're asking for trouble walking around with dangerous magic like that.
Genuine thalmor blood elixir for sale. Lived for thousands of years. See into other people's thoughts.
The fairest prices and the highest quality in Skyrim.
You keep your distance with that magic.
You're asking for trouble walking around with dangerous magic like that.
You keep your distance with that magic.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones here. Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
You keep your distance with that magic.
The fox told me he wore the cowl to forget himself and start a new life. Yet I'm the one who can't remember. Every time we meet, he's a stranger to me. Or was it a she? It doesn't matter. I spoke his words to a beggar, told her shadow hired you. She slipped me a note that confirms my suspicions. The grey fox is dead. And now that I've seen his headstone, I know for a fact his time is over, and the cowl will be passed on. I'm gonna be the next one to wear it. And when I do, I'll become so rich I won't need any memories. I'll just buy new ones. I have good reason to believe the target will be coming to Riffin in the next few days. Discretion is preferred, but elimination of the target is of the highest priority. The usual restrictions on exposure are lifted. You will be reassigned outside Skyrim if necessary, without penalty. Do not fail me.
Have you heard? There's been another dragon attack. Kynesgrove this time.
Need a ride?
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
Whiterun.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Is that an amulet of Mara? I'm surprised someone like you isn't spoken for. Mm-hmm.
Thane of Whiterun. You save an entire city from a dragon, and your reward is a title that is...
Stay here. This is your new home.
goods and wares of all kinds, and all can be yours. Come and see what goods I offer.
Yes? What is it?
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Delphine. Why, it's good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you too, Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then, you made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
This way.
There is no greater waste of intelligence and energy than an inn. The wise master time. They do not let it slip away in an inebriated stupor.
I assume you know about...
Oh yes, Dragon Ball. Indeed, yes. Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose. We must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what?
Give me just a moment. Oh. Ah, here it is. Come. You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach. during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Shh. This is where they built Aldrin's Wall, to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore. A hedge against the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy, in the event. Despite the far-reaching fame of Aldrin's Wall at the time, one of the wonders of the ancient world, its location was lost.
Esbern, what are you getting at?
You mean, you don't mean to say you haven't heard of Aldrin's Wall? Either of you?
Let's pretend we haven't. What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the dragons?
Aldrin's Wall was where the ancient blades recorded all they knew of Aldrin and his return. Part history, part prophecy. Its location has been lost for centuries, but I've found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes. But there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern. I know the area of the Reach that Esbern's talking about, near what's now known as Karthspire, in the Karth River Canyon. We can meet you there, or all travel together. Your call.
I'll meet you at Karthspire.
Your call. Might be safer to travel separately. Attract less attention that way. Don't worry, I'll get Esbern there in one piece. We'll wait for you near Karthspire. Good luck. Do you need something?